Righty, Steele Nation. Welcome to Steelers Nation Australia and also Steelers Dynasty podcast. I was going to play the intro, but we have some breaking news. The breaking news is that Russell Wilson is signing a one-year deal with the Giants. So I'm going to bring in our fellas, Bubba and Shane, to talk about this. What up, guys? How's it going?
It's going okay. How you doing?
Pretty good. Exhausted. Pretty good. But, I'm exhausted. But it's been. I slept in today. It's like now 10 a.m.
Why are you exhausted?
Because French toast ran a tournament this weekend of pickleball and didn't realize how hard it was going to be. And, shout out to you guys doing WWE stuff in the ring and, planning and like chair shots and, even shout out to Vince McMahon, all those guys down the ring. It's hard.
Well, thank
you.
It's
a lot of organization. Yeah. It's a lot of like stress, like trying to get things moving together. And you got to fill time and you can't have any spare courts or any spare time. And even if you don't know what you're doing, you still act as if you do know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Well, the question is, you held a pickleball tournament. Does anybody leave with pickles? Or is it,
like a little trophy?
Put a little dill behind the ear?
They left with good vibes and some medals and some good play. No, everyone really enjoyed it. It was 140 something one players, 20 divisions.
That's amazing.
Ages and different things like that. A lot of help from the staff and everyone chipping in, but like I was the main organizer director. And when I heard the news about Aaron Rodgers 6 hours in Pittsburgh, I had to do a car video that filmed my roof. You just have to do these things, because I couldn't wait 8 hours to talk about it.
That's just funny.
But no, it's been really a good weekend, and now we have the breaking news. Now that is Russell Wilson signing with that's that. I wish him luck. By the way, my first reaction is I wish him luck. Let me bring it up.
Why?
Why
go to the Giants?
Why?
Why? It doesn't. Hey, Boothie, what's up? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know either. Apparently, Giants didn't want Aaron Rodgers, but they want Russell Wilson. Maybe they're going to draft the quarterback and sit behind him. Possibility, fellas. Yeah.
Well, they're going to have a crappy enough record. They can probably get a good draft pick because they're not very good.
Oh, you mean like next year? This year, I think their draft pick's like
2 or 3,
4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Make it 2 in a row because they're not going to ship in 1 year.
Are they drafting Sanders behind Russell Wilson?
They can now. They can take him.
Now, wait. You said it, so I have to. I know there's not a segue into it, but I heard that Shedeur Sanders wants to be a Steeler.
I didn't hear that, too. And I don't want him to be a Steeler because if he is, I'm going to be like the damn Kool-Aid man coming through somebody's wall. I don't want him because his dad's going to be just. I don't want him. I just don't. Just give me somebody behind Mason. So, that's it.
The Giants now have Russell Wilson for a 1-year deal and Jameis Winston. And the 1-year deal says possibility of getting like $21 million, I think. And it's a $10 million. Yeah, $21 million, but it's $10 million guaranteed. So,
okay.
I guess near the end too, guys, like there was no conversation around Russell Wilson with the Steelers, right? Since that playoff, that last 5-game losing, it was like, oh, okay, see you, mate, bye. We're not going to bring you back. There was no conversation at all, was there?
Did they even talk, or they just said, hurry up and pack your stuff and get out?
Yeah,
there's something wrong. Something just doesn't seem right.
As in, like, how the Steelers handled the situation, or with Russell Wilson?
Well, we're not going to know how the Steelers handled the situation, but I think they've been fumbling this quarterback situation. I'm going to say going back and getting rid of Fields and making Wilson the starter. I think it started then, and it hasn't worked out right for us. And I have no idea, guys. And as we're just sitting here, like, why would they want to be with the Steelers? Why would you go to either? It's all about money, so it's got to be about money. I wouldn't want to play for the Giants or the Jets. Like, they have no future. There's no future there. It's all about the money.
I think it's because they were just ducking them. I think it was like Russell Wilson's in the building. I'm going to be taking meetings. Click, hey, I'm getting my eyebrows trimmed. Click. They're all making kind of excuses and hide.
I wonder. I wonder what the Steelers' end game is, because obviously they use a draft pick to get Fields, and he went to the Jets. They brought in Russell Wilson on a 1-year contract, which they thought they could have maybe a run at the playoffs. It didn't work out, you know. Sean Manahan says here the last 5 games last year were deep shots and throws to the line of scrimmage. So maybe it was a 1-year trial that just didn't work out for both quarterbacks, you know. And this year again, we've got another starter, that a brand new starter looks like, unless Rudolph takes over.
I don't know what's going to happen, because I'm just in disarray. Because you got 2 former Steelers last year at bargain prices. Now this year we have to quadruple the pay if we bring in Rodgers now. Like, and he's not worth. He wants 45. He's not worth it, and it's just going to cripple us, I think, if we bring him in. It's just. But if he throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first game, then I'll be all aboard. But right now, I don't want it. I don't want him coming in.
I heard that rumor too that he wanted 45, but I don't know where that came from, because Rodgers really hasn't spoken yet. So there's just maybe a rumor running around town. But now It does look like that, if anything, the number 1 QB in the market right now is Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. Like, there's no one else that looks like it's going to happen, right? So is it a 4? And it was in the building. So Wilson is now gone. It almost looks like I don't want him either. In my podcast, I said I'm happy to prove me wrong, and he signs. Like, I'm not going to avoid the organization for a year or 2 years. I'll watch him play and I'll eat my words, and I'm like, whatever, dude. It's all cool. It's all cool. But at the same time, I will be frustrated if they do go and sign him and he takes over the locker room and doesn't show up to training camp and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see.
Here's what I think, as crazy as it sounds, and Shane might agree with me. Now, I don't know when Pat McAfee show's coming to Pittsburgh. Okay.
Oh, it's like next few weeks.
I believe he is coming to that show in Pittsburgh, and he is going to say in that show, because tickets are sold out. He's in Pittsburgh. He's a guest always on Pat's show, and that's where he makes his announcement of being a Steeler on Pat McAfee's at the PPG Arena for his big event.
April 9th.
I'll be so mad.
But that's so long away.
I know, but he's just holding us on. It's just
you think he will do that? He will wait another 2 weeks to get in the middle of the center of Pittsburgh and say, "Hey, by the way, I'm signing with you guys."
Yep,
Bubba, that's his ego. Bubba, Mark, that's his ego. That's Aaron Rodgers, and love it or lump it, that's what's going to happen.
You're saying how many fans inside of the Paints Arena for the Penguins?
Probably have 15,000 people there.
Well, if they got the floor seats around there, I bet you it'd be close to 20,000.
Yeah, you could probably get 20, but I don't think
20,000 football fans cheering, "Here we go, Steelers!"
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers comes out.
If that would have happened, how would they do it? Would it be like? Would he do like something where it was organized, where Rodgers had organized segment, or would it be like where Pat McAfee goes, "Actually, hey Rodgers, are you going to sign here?" And he goes, "Well, actually," then just rips off his T-shirt. It's like Steelers.
Yep, something like that to pop that crowd.
Because he seems like the guy that he wants the attention, but it doesn't want it, kind of thing. You know, like it's like, "Oh, don't worry about me. I've never played football before." I jumps in there and starts throwing slings. You know,
he plays it off. He loves the attention. He's a whore.
Yeah. And it would make big money. It would make big ratings, and it would kick off Pat McAfee's these arena shows, what they're doing, because he has a lot of stuff behind him. Besides ESPN, he also has the WWE behind him on this show in Pittsburgh. I'm not going to it because I'd like to, but it's just too much that day.
So they're going to string us along for something, the result we already know, which is 95% or 90%, for one big show to say, "Hang on a minute, Rodgers, are you signing with the Steelers?" Well, actually, yes, I am.
Yep.
He
comes out with a terrible towel. If he pulls a terrible towel from off camera and he starts going like this, he's signed. And then
It's like what Shane said a few weeks ago. It's also a part of the fun. You know, no matter it's funny if it happens this way. You know what I'm saying? For all content creators and Pittsburgh Steelers fans, it's funny.
All of our ratings will go skyrocket.
Speaking of ratings, I want to give a big shout out to the Arsenal DB. He says, what's up everyone? He's popping in for a real quick show. He got 1,000 subs today. 1,000 subs. So that is very, very hard to get. Yeah, so on his channel, his main channel. So Steelers like NBA, NFL channel, so 1,000. So shout out to you, bro. It's definitely hard to get. You'll be like now part of the ad program, all that kind of stuff. You fellas here too from Steelers Dynasty podcast, and now on 350 or something like 357.
337. Like that. That's not my weight. 337, not my weight. Definitely my IQ.
So yeah. So yeah, shout out to DB. It's very, very hard to get, but if Rodgers comes to the Steelers, he will die. Yeah, I think the O-line's not as bad as people think. To be honest,
they're not that bad.
No, they're not that bad.
I think they're pretty good.
I think they're improving as well.
I think they're very much improved, and they're not getting the press that they truly deserve because we have probably the youngest line in the NFL, in my eyes.
Don, tell us why you think that. Just don't post that. Tell us why. You know, is there a stat that we're missing? Make us smart because we're just three dumb yinzers. And one kid that was born the wrong side of the ocean that should be black.
Bubba.
It was me. I should have been in Australia.
You put an Aussie hat on Bubba. It looks like he's from the Outback.
I look like Outback Jack.
Yeah,
you know, I'm good.
Easily. I can tell you why I think the O-line is improved. I think who's the bloke? Mason McCormick had a pretty good year for being what he had at his pick and selection, and he filled in behind Daniels and did a pretty good job, I think. And then I also think too that the center position was really set and fun to watch. Zach Frazier, I thought he did a pretty good job. And then we're going to get hopefully. I'm more thinking about the training camp too, with Troy Fautanu getting back from the injury, and he's a first round pick, so that's something exciting. And then I think you'd have Siamalo on his last year. I think we did an okay job, like good job. And then now Jones will be playing his natural position, which is left tackle. So I think it's going to be not die behind the line. Like I think it's like
it's an
good, really.
It's an upside.
Not bad.
It's an upside, I believe, with what you just said.
Yeah, dead set. So that's a big question, Pensman Sports. Yeah, who do we? I think look, honest to goodness, with his Russell Wilson news. And it didn't look like he was in the running to be a Steeler. And maybe like Bubba said, something's happened in the locker room the last 5 games where it was all working. Everyone was loving Wilson and moon balls, and it was like such a good vibe being 10-3. Then it all fell apart. And it's the direction that they're now going is either Rudolph or a bridge year, or maybe they go and draft a quarterback. But it does look like the Aaron Rodgers is signing. Like I can't look from it really does. And I'm. I have to see. I'm not okay with it, but
I'm not either. I agree with it. We're in agreement. I mean, we're not in agreement, and we're good. It's good for podcasters like us, but I don't know why they're going to waste all that money where we have a lot of other holes that we could actually fill with that money that's going to be used, and just go with Mason. He got us to the playoffs one year. I didn't say win the Super Bowl. We got to win one game, and then next year, 2026. We have all these compensatory picks, okay, from everybody that was released and whatever. You know, trade them and trade up for the draft in the 26 and get us a quarterback. Just trade all those picks and try to get us another pick and just try to get us a better quarterback for a franchise.
Another bit of breaking news is Patriots are signing Stephon Diggs to a 3-year deal. Almost $70 million, $69 million deal.
See, I read an article that the Steelers – rumors, you know what I mean, could be looking at him because you know those journalists always write stuff, and actually before I came on they write it about that the Steelers offensive line had a big component that they needed, and it was that guy that we just picked up in depth from the New England Patriots. That was the guy that we got. So journalists just try to clickbait us in there to make me
I'm
read
not so excited about this guy. I mean, we'll just see what happens when training camp's far ways away, at least 3-4 months, and we have the draft. So I don't get too spun up on guys come from the Patriots.
Oh, no. Well, the guy that's just all depth. Yeah, but I wouldn't have wrote a big article about him like he's a savior.
This guy here?
Yeah, that guy here. Yeah, they wrote him as a savior, and he's just depth.
I do find it kind of funny because he was waived off the Patriots, and he's a guard. I do find it funny that the fan base in the comments like freak out about these things, but Shane's right. You got to wait until training camp. Like you're not trying to win a Super Bowl in fucking March. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy who signs, if it's wave, if it's the other D tackles, you're just waiting for training camp, and then that's when the fun begins. And you start to go, oh, this guy looks pretty good out there, as a fan or observer. So I was going to talk about this. I don't even know who this guy is, to be honest. He was waived by the Patriots, a guard, Lecter Smith. That's all I really know about him, to be very honest. Do you know anything about that guy, Shano? Lecter Smith? He was he's
not much, other than he has an awesome name.
Yeah, it says here, I'll put it up just for a minute, bit of a catch up on him. On the Steelers website, in 3 seasons, he appeared in 18 games, starting 3. He was a part of the 2024 season with the Patriots. After a year with the Green Bay Packers practice squad, appeared in 8 games in 2024, starting 1. Debut with the Patriots win over the New York Jets. So he played in college football, Virginia Tech, where he appeared in 45 games, 38 starts, 37 on the left guard. So maybe he could be depth behind Ciamalo. But the fun part is, I'm not going to rip this guy. I'm going to see how he goes in training camp. We'll see what happens.
Well, we need a lot of depth anyway, because we've got people that are gone now. So we need to sign depth. So we need second stringers, because sometimes second stringers. Look at McCormick last year, a rookie, right in and played for the rest of the season. I mean, and in my eyes, he's a starter right now. He's #1 starter in his position, and unless he loses it by injury for a little bit, but. Right now, he's penciled in my eyes for a starter.
He's a pivot guy. He can play. He can play multiple positions for the money. They don't have to break the bank. I mean, it's just like, hey, we're going to offer you, a contract, not a lot,
But I want to see him sign a little bit of. They're not signing like, I don't know. Something's just not right for me. They're not signing younger guys, like they were signing like older guys in some positions where you don't want to be old to be, especially in a defensive line.
Well, can I address that? I think I have a theory, and it might be out of the field, but okay. What's happening in college basketball, college football is literally the locker room flips from one year to the next. So it's not let's build a team. It's every year you're building almost completely a new roster. Unlike maybe the quarterback position is the one position in the NFL where you're going to try to get a guy to keep him. In college football and basketball, it's every year. You have even coaches leaving and bringing players with them. Now, the transfer portal, is it trickling into the NFL? I don't know, but it seems that mentality of, hey, let's just build a roster for this year seems to be the thought process. That's way I look at it, but I might be crazy.
Well, Shane, let me ask you a question, because the Rams that one year buy all these key components and then won that Super Bowl against the Bungles?
Tampa did that. They had
Rams got the trade with Stafford.
So in a year, the Steelers could be from getting rushed 300 yards if they sign key components to be in the big game. I mean, that could happen, but we haven't those key components.
And the possibility is now, fellas, that like Penn's men's sports to see Ken Rodgers get us a Super Bowl with DK. They signed DK, the big receiver. You bring in quarterback. I'm not saying that like Rodgers, he's got all the accolades, he's a great quarterback. Yes. I just don't know if he fits the Steelers, from my personal opinion. But if he comes in and takes over, fuck, that's going to be a show. That's going to be a crazy show. And I'll be the first to say I'm wrong, bro.
How does he take over, though? How do you want him to take over? He's got
to go out there and get TDs and start winning games.
Okay. And would he put Metcalf at a press conference? Would he throw him under the bus in the second?
That's what I'm nervous about, man. I'm nervous about that kind of stuff. I'm not nervous, but I'm just like, I don't want to see that sort of stuff, because I saw it with Green Bay in his career. I saw it with the Jets. I saw it with all these kind of things. I think the Jets coach was fired last year. He brought in a receiver. Now they're not even there anymore. It's like Aaron Rodgers runs the show. So, to some certain point, maybe the Steelers need a bit of direction in that way. Maybe it could be a good shakeup. I don't know. But it does look like that way it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Can't get any worse. Okay.
Yeah, and like Shane said, this could be like crazy and fun to have an exciting season, right?
Well, if our offense scores 23 to almost 30 points a game with them, we're already an upgrade. It's already an upgrade. But what we're on?
If you were to tell me 5 years ago this is going to happen, I'd say no way. We wouldn't get Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers back-to-back years. Not going to happen.
This is what's going to happen. Okay, it's like you're going out in town and you have a girl that you're dating and she has a roommate that's batshit crazy. She's batshit crazy, but it's entertaining to a certain level, except if you give her Jägermeister. So let's just keep the Jägermeister away from the crazy roommate, which would be Aaron Rodgers. Keep him kind of in check. You kind of know what triggers them. With the crazy roommate back in the day, it was Jägermeister. We just got to find out what Aaron Rodgers, what causes him to go batshit down the loophole. So that's my theory with that. I don't know, boys. Let's see if Aaron Rodgers is going to be entertained.
I love your analogies. I really do.
It could be a desert thing. I've been watching some games, so I saw the game yesterday. The Jets' first game, I think it was versus the 49ers. And Aaron Rodgers wasn't on point. Like, he was just getting sacked and hit and late throws and this and this and this. But then you go back to the other half of the last season. So end of the season, he was like, yeah, when Darwin Nolan put a comment on my thingo, a Steelers fan, he said he was 18 TDs and 4 interceptions. So there's good and the bad, right? But he definitely is slower. He's a much slower quarterback now.
He has to get rid of that. If he is a Pittsburgh Steeler, Aaron Rodgers got to get rid of that ball in like 1.3 seconds or 2 seconds. It's going to be very, very quick release because I know that line is young, but we just have to keep him. We have to keep him healthy, so he has to get rid of the ball. Like Ben, that one year, Ben hurry up and just check down real quick to everybody because his elbow was hanging with duct tape.
If you have running backs like the Steelers have decent backfield, and maybe they might shore it up in the draft. We don't.
Do they have a decent backfield now with just Warren?
They have Kenny G. Didn't they hire that?
Yeah, the guy from the Eagles, but still, he's not going to be I just think I like Najee, and I see today. I thought that we just signed Dobson from the Chargers, but that was fake news.
Fake news, yeah.
Because I looked into it and I'm like, oh, okay, we got him. No, it was fake. So
Kenny G is a legit. You know, he had to play behind Saquon Barkley. So right there, you know. Plus, you know, his counterpart plays the alto sax, put the dimmer down, dim down the lights, put on some Kenny G. And watch the Steelers run game just get maybe 200 yards, 150 yards. I'm hoping then that'll give Aaron Rodgers a little bit more of he can get rid of that rock instead of having that coverage defense. It just you have to hold it. But I don't know.
I thought that's a good point. We have a better team than the rest of the Jets, which I think we do as well. I want to go back though to last year. I want to ask you guys this question, and I want to ask you both this question. What was the overall point, Shane, of getting Justin Fields and Wilson if you're not going to re-sign them again?
It was like buying something at a yard sale, Mark. It's cheap. It's 25 cents. Who cares if I can't get the masking tape off of it? It's going to get dirty. I don't care. I said this a year ago. Hey, you get a year out of them, whatever happens, happens. You might be able to, you know, turn this into something, you know, 2 or 3 years, or you could just be at the same point you were before. And that's where we're at. We're back to square one where we were a year ago, but it was entertaining.
Back to square one with maybe building the O-line better and getting some other different players now, better receiving stuff, you know?
You're right. We're not back to square one. The Steelers have a better O-line than they did a year ago. Now they just need a quarterback. And Steelers have DK Metcalf.
Yeah, so we keep forgetting about that.
A little better.
That dude's insane. It doesn't look like now they're going to trade Pickett. So, but I'll ask the same question, Bubba. What was the point of getting Fields and Russell Wilson to have no future with them?
I think they had a future with one of them, and something got debacled. I think honestly they wanted to have a transitional quarterback from those two into this year, and something happened, and we're never going to know. I believe this Justin Fields situation, something happened, and his agent must have got to him and said, go to New York for the money. Maybe, you know, Garrett Wilson talked to him because they're former teammates. I don't know. And with the Russell thing, if Russell would have won us a playoff, we wouldn't be talking about this because he'd already been signed.
Yeah, he'd already been signed. He'd been signed a long time. All right, now another follow-up question. Should we trust the organization when they say, Kenny Pickett's going to be our starter? Got dipped away. They said that. Rooney or Omar Khan said that. One of them said that. Then Rooney also said he would like to bring back Wilson or Fields. No one came back.
I don't.
Should we trust him, or is it really just business? Is it just business?
I think it is, but I have no thoughts of believing what they say anymore. They're keeping all us people in Western Pennsylvania and all us Steeler fans on edge, and they're not doing anything. Like, they're still, if they want something, they got enough money. To me, they need to get another third or fourth receiver. They can get somebody out there. They can, because they're not going to draft a receiver in those first 4 or 5 rounds. I don't think. I don't know, but because we got DK Metcalf, and this running back situation is okay, but where is the back that can drive the ball in the fourth quarter to keep our defense on the sidelines so they don't get worn out? We don't have a running back like that right now.
Indianapolis game, right?
Well, that maybe the Dallas game.
Don's got a good point as well. That's why I was making these questions here. To go along with that route, why did Steelers trade for Williams for only one play, and that's another seems like another mistake, right? They didn't do anything.
The only thing I can think of, boys, is Williams might have had a hammy or some sort of nagging injury. I don't know. I mean,
I get the playbook quick, or he wasn't smart enough for the playbook, because all you got to do is go straight for a streak, and maybe that's all he could do. Maybe he couldn't comprehend the Steeler playbook, because he said it was the worst year ever had, from the Jets to the Steelers.
Receivers, they might not know the packages, but it translate a route as a route. They know how to do.
But everybody that's leaving the Steelers now is putting some shade on the Steelers organization now. Like, you never heard of this stuff before. Like, I was with the Steelers and they could have did this way. They didn't do it. Like, Najee did it very diplomatically, but he threw a lot of shade to the Steelers in them interviews that he's doing. And I think he's absolutely right in some situations, because our training facility is one of the worst. And that's meaning a lot when we're trying to get players into spots and get them ready to play on Sunday afternoons.
He also said too that Najee was talking about how there wasn't a leader and there was no real offensive direction in the Steelers. I take that and I go, yeah, I can understand what he's saying. At the same time, though, maybe the Steelers thought that was his role to step up and be the leader. He's maybe passing the buck a bit. I don't take too much into it, to be honest. I thought Najee was a great Steeler for us. I wish him luck over in LA. I don't think those comments aren't too heated where they're just trashing the Steelers. The articles will make it seem like that they would really ripped him off. There was even an article today saying that Mel Blount was on the Pittsburgh Steelers Ben's podcast, and the way they wrote the article and title was he was like bagging them out. He wasn't bagging them out. He's just saying the Steelers need help on defense. Well, it's the way things are written.
Mel Blount sued the Steelers in the 70s. He had a lawsuit against the Steelers.
He's never not wearing that hat. If you guys ever meet, you should make up a Steelers Dynasty podcast hat, but with a cowboy hat. That's what we should do.
Well, he does some boys club thing and stuff. He always wears that hat.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that, to answer their own question, I asked you guys, was Field. They brought in Fields because he traded him to be a backup quarterback because Kenny walked. Yeah, Wilson was the cheaper option, and they're both 1-year deals, and maybe they thought they could have been someone to sign for the next few years. I think honestly, they're probably getting ready. They've built their own line, or building their own line right now. They're getting ready to draft someone this year or next year. People keep telling me that there's no quarterbacks in this draft, but I'm not a draft guy, so I don't know either way. Oh, that's all over here. All over here, and there probably isn't, right? They say there's no quarterbacks this draft. This draft class is weak.
I don't see any.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Well, they didn't know Tom Brady was going to be somebody either.
No.
I mean, he's a 6th-round pick. And Brock Purdy, there's been articles about the 49ers and Steelers, because the 49ers don't have anybody because everybody's gone on the offense.
Yeah, that would shock me if they would trade
for Brock. And
I'd be shocked.
I wouldn't want that either, because he's so much money too. And it's just damn if you do and damn if you don't.
I'm trying to remember where he played.
So we have thank you, $2 via Joey Weaver says draft.
Thanks, Joey.
Jonty, what's his name?
We need
the running
Joey,
back.
we need a defensive lineman, Joey. We need a defensive lineman, one that's going to go right in and start automatically. I don't know how, but that's what we need.
Well, I was going to try and talk about that today a little bit, but then the Wilson news came up, and I was like, holy dooly, back to QB. Thanks, mate, for the $1.99. He says draft Janty. I can't say his name. Jaunty, what is his name? And draft Milroe. What's that? The guy from Alabama, 3rd round.
Yeah.
I don't want him. I don't want.
Well, Tomlin took him out to eat. Did Tomlin take Rodgers out to eat when he was there for 6 hours? Because Tomlin is the major component.
They went and did mushrooms together.
Yeah, well, he's the major component he loves Aaron Rodgers. He is the one that truly, and he's instated, or probably because they wink at each other every time they see each other. He wants them.
Look, I would, man, that would be insane if that would have happened and was like actually the best fit for the Steelers, where it was, they signed him to a 2-year deal to end his career before 43 winning Super Bowls. I'd be like, that. How the f that just happened? To get Rodgers. Because Mike Tomlin does. That's how Wilson came here too for the year, and obviously I think the Jets had him one last year, so
it's a possibility. What's going to happen is Russell Wilson's wife is going to go on some podcast or some interview. She's going to be the one that starts bad mouthing the Steelers and what really happened, because they'll be like, oh, what happened to your husband in Pittsburgh and what made him go to
Wilson
New York?
Won't do it. There's no way Wilson won't say anything about it. I thought it was quite fun. I thought Wilson was good for us until it wasn't. Until that Ravens game in Pittsburgh when he almost ran it in. We were our whole table from Steelers Eyes podcast and Steelers Nation Australia, everyone's around there. Everyone was so happy to be there. And the minute we went up and went, 7-7, then he was going in for a TD. And thank you, Joey, again for the $1.99. We need to get faster on offense. I agree. I think they have. They've gotten better on offense too, in terms of how they're rolling now. But yeah, I think Najee will be a bit of a miss, and they got to try and find someone to replace him.
I miss him. I already missed Najee. I think that he wasn't what he could have been. I think some plays. That's all.
It's a good question by Chloe Smith here. Do we have a good route runner at receiver?
No.
I think
I don't think so.
Does DK Metcalf run good routes? He'd have to. He's a Pro Bowler.
Wilson, when he played at Michigan, was a good route runner.
What about Pratt Fryermuth? Fryermuth would be.
Here's another question. If Rodgers were to sign, right? Obviously, Wilson didn't sign back with his former teammate DK Metcalf. Does that mean that Rodgers would have signed that he would bring someone else with him, another receiver?
Maybe.
Like, is there anyone out there right now that he would bring with him?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Are we just being led on by Aaron? What if he doesn't sign at all? We have been talking about Rodgers for a month. I hate him even more.
I'm okay with that. And then like I said to start this show, I'm telling you, he's going to say it in Pittsburgh for Pat McAfee's show.
You think April 9th?
When's the draft? The 26th? Because that gives us plenty of time, and then they're not going to force their hand on anything, and then we'll know the draft on if they. I'm praying that they take the dude from Michigan or one of those big defensive.
That's the guy I was out of all the spare time I had this weekend, was like 1 hour last night. I was looking up highlights for Kenneth Grant, the big dude. He was looking good at D-line.
Did you like him?
Yeah. But I want to fall in love with him because I do that all the time. I know he could go like 15 or 16 or something like that. Yeah, and I went to his highlights, and you see like, he would be a great fit for the Bengals. The Saints would love him. The Raiders would love him. You're like, oh man, everyone loves him. So he was one of my guys I looked at in terms of like DL. But I'm the same, Sarah. I'm so frustrated right now because like, what if Rodgers? What if he doesn't sign? And we just like.
Then we have a guy that we know, we trust, and we know his mom.
Mason Rudolph. We're going to go in with Mason, and he's going to get us to where we need to go. And we just have to be offensively not stagnant and scoring points, because we're going to have to keep up with the Cincinnati Bengals offense. It's $300 million. They have no defense, and then we just hopefully our defense would be bending but not breaking and not causing major chaos and having people rush for 300 yards against us. They can't have games like that.
I guess the positive though, if Rodgers were to sign, and he was on the redemption tour, trying to win a Super Bowl to make him one of the best, all-time greats, and add another Super Bowl to his resume. I think that would be fun to watch, I guess. And if his ego didn't get in the way too much, George T says here, Tomlin ordered takeaway for Rodgers. There you go.
Extra mushroom.
That's been, yeah. Tony
This
said
has never ever happened in all my years.
Even in the 80s when I wasn't alive, there was nothing like this.
We didn't have we wouldn't even be talking about the quarterbacks in the 80s because they already messed up with Dan Marino in 83 and it hasn't been right since. So every quarterback we had in the 80s, we just had to pray to God that they didn't throw 4 picks.
You know how we found out, Bubba? You know this. Mark,
we didn't find out.
And in the chat, if you don't know, if you're too young, we used to go to J.C. Penney because there wasn't a Dick's Sporting Goods, or we'd go to Sears, and you'd go and see a jersey, and you're like, oh, that's our quarterback. That's
on the wall.
The jersey showed up. You're like, oh, who's this, Maddox?
Well, and you only had 3 channels, so if KDKA didn't cover it, you didn't know, or WTAE in Pittsburgh, you were screwed because it wasn't like it is now. Knowing it, like
it's so different now. Like you get like the minute that Shefty tweets, everyone follows him, and that's what I found out. So I saw Shefty tweet Wilson to the Giants. We're talking about it in half an hour.
Mark, you grew up with cable, right?
Yeah, it was called Foxtel. We had over here.
So wait, what's it called?
Foxtel. You don't have that? Foxtel.
God,
what'd you guys call it?
Cable TV.
Nah, I didn't call it that. It's too American.
We didn't have that. We had 3. There were 3 networks, and then when Bubba was a little older in college, or when he got to be in his 20s,
it was
they
Fox.
had Fox. Fox came out. It was ABC, NBC, and CBS.
Yep.
Now, if you had an antenna, you get 2 of those stations, but one was kind of fuzzy. So what you do, you have to turn that thing on your antenna on your roof so you could get it. It was staticky. So you could only watch 2 at a time. You had to pick your 2 favorite.
And then you had tin foil on your rabbit ears. You know what I mean? And you had to stand there and watch a show for an hour.
Yep.
We used to have our cable TV was called Foxtel. When it first came out, there was
why Foxtel? I don't understand.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like FOX and then I guess Fox Television, maybe. Yeah, probably that's probably it.
Okay.
Yeah, then FOX TEL. So what happened was when it first came out to Australia, you bought the basic package for like $27 a month or something, right? Or something cheap, $25, right?
That's nice.
And what you did was there was this guy. There was a guy who knew a guy. So my dad knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy. And he made cards that were illegal and changed the system to get you every channel you wanted. So you're getting like Discovery, Comedy Channel, and those packages normally cost like, $40 a month or $60, and you got all the movies are free. So this guy who knew a guy.
You had a card. Card. Over here we had black boxes.
You paid for the basic one, and then Foxtel probably about a year or 2 in was like, how come everyone's getting something? There's this guy who knows a guy in every suburb, in every state. Guy who knows a guy, and you didn't know who that guy was, but you still gave the guy who you knew $50 to get you a card. Then you had unlimited channels forever, until Foxtel kind of like, figured it out about 2 or 3 years ago.
And they did that with a roommate I had in college. He had an apartment beside us, and he had one of those bootleg cards.
Yeah.
It's like 90% of the channels, and then like Cinemax would come in, and once in a while it'd get staticky, so you wouldn't see any movies. It would still be fine.
It was just a guy who knew a guy. You give $50, and the next minute he comes around your house and here's a card. You put it in, it's all sweet, it's done. So, but then also like cable was really big for us because we had like I think it was like 20 channels or 25, something like that. And then the card gave you 30 or something, or all the movies and stuff. But then obviously all the streaming networks came over. But yeah, it is so different now, fellas, in terms of news. Like Wilson just signed the Giants. I do wish him luck, by the way. I want to see him be successful over there, have a good time, and get them 10 wins and see what happens. But they're going to draft a quarterback.
His division, that division's very, very hard, and he's got to go against the Commanders twice and the Eagles.
Yeah,
twice.
they're on the up and up now, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're kind of fun to watch right now. They're a good team to watch.
If they beat
Philly too,
the Cowboys, that's their Super Bowl.
Yeah, and Cowboys aren't going nowhere. They're stuck in their ways too. Joey says Aaron is thank you for $1.99. Aaron is still in Pittsburgh tripping balls. Could be stuck there. And then he's another question. I'm kind of good if he doesn't come back, but DJ reunion because he's been to Ravens, Texans, Steelers. I'm okay. Go and find someone in the draft. Draft a receiver for new contract.
He hasn't even comprehend being successful in any other team. He probably should have stayed with the Carolina Panthers. He was doing half decent there, and then I think the bottom just fell out. I think he's egotistical, and then he was egotistical with the Ravens, and they got rid of him. And I don't want him. because it took him a long time to score a touchdown with the Steelers.
I don't know where he's even signing right now, but I'm pretty good with no DJ reunion.
I would take Tyler Lockett right now.
Yeah, I'm okay without DJ.
Experienced. We need some vet. We need a vet like besides Metcalf, because Metcalf's the thoroughbred.
Here's a shake-up. Afton says, I've been saying that Rodgers will announce his retirement after all this stuff.
I don't see it happening. He's keeping everybody. He's keeping us all on the edge. He has the Pittsburgh fan base right here, and he's just toying with us.
He's got the black and gold in his hands. Got the whole.
But surely he doesn't wait like what's that? 2 weeks until the show in Pittsburgh.
He will. I if I predict that, I'm going out and I am going to go play some Powerball tickets or something, man. I'm going to tell my wife, let's like get it on and just start buying Powerball tickets. If he announces, if he comes walking out and he takes a terrible towel and goes like this, or like you said, he ripped and the jersey's there. That's big news.
That would be.
It's never ever happened before, ever. And this is his first show, McAfee's first show ever of this, and that would make big news.
So McAfee's never done this, never gone on the road.
No, he's never done this where he's got like a show in an arena. He's got all these major corporations that are backing him. He's got WWE, so he could be swerving. This is a great storyline. And, you know, the heel Rodgers is coming in town, and all of a sudden he turns into a Steeler. He's a face by 35.
The weekend before the opening of the college football season, Pat Mack came into Morgantown, and they thought he was going to get maybe 8,000 or 10,000. There were 45,000 to 55,000 fans there, and it was hot as hell. And actually, their broadcast went black for like 2 minutes because one of their generators overheated. So I mean, they have a huge production. They've done it in the past. They've never done it in an indoor environment. It's going to be big. There's going to be a shitload of people turn out. Everybody loves Pat Mack, and if they don't love him, they hate him.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's great.
He plays that role anyway.
I love him.
Okay, let's say, because obviously Rodgers won't sign today because Wilson did his news today. So let's say that Rodgers signs tomorrow and he still goes on the show.
No.
What you're kind of saying is it won't be that big of a show because he was just signed last week. But if he holds out until that week of the show comes out and says, I'm going to play, I've just signed a deal for the Pittsburgh Steelers for 2 years. And they go, what? And Pat goes, what? Are you serious? And then goes,
they're saving it. They're saving this. This is big. This would be big news. It'll hit every NFL media outlet. It'll hit everything. It'll be huge. This happens. This will be so huge
if they do it. Or also he could retire that day, like Evans says too. Joey says here it sounds sketchy. Yeah, it was pretty sketchy, but everyone did it. It was good. You got free Foxtel basically. You paid for the basic channels and you got his car that knew a guy. He made $50 and you got like every channel that existed. All the main events too. I used to watch all the main events, like all the Royal Rumbles and all that stuff. No Way Outs, all that stuff, dude. It was so good. Back in the day when I'd just stay at home and I was sick from school, I'd stay home and watch it. It was so much fun, man.
You watch all the movies 17 times in one day.
All of them. I watch it. Also, like too, when the football was out on Fox and that, I think we had Fox 8 or something. Like that's when I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning to watch football. So I started watching football in my other house, and it was like in the living room. It was good fun, dude. It was great. So it was sketchy, but this is what you did to get around.
We all had that cool black box or card. I mean, you weren't a somebody if you didn't have that card, you know, or the box or an app.
Did you have the scrambled pay-per-view channels growing up? I think we had pay-per-view. Then that card gave us access to it.
I had I was in college.
It was gold too. It was a gold card.
It was awesome. I dropped out of school just to watch TV and play Madden.
I dated a girl just because she had cable and I didn't.
It's not a look. You know what's the goodness? That's not a bad idea.
Hurry
did
up.
You like Shane? Did you like her at all? Did you like her at all? Were you just like, I love you, cable?
It's like you're watching TV. Yeah, it was bad. I'm a bad guy.
That sounds like someone if like a girl's got air conditioning and you haven't, and it's really hot. You're like, we'll go around your house today. There's free beers in my fridge. What? Oh,
I'm
jeez.
there.
Yeah, I'm there right away.
And guess what? Guess who? My roommate, Brian Maybe. I know he's not watching, but that's the name, Brian Maybe.
That's his name, Brian Maybe.
Brian
His
Maybe.
last name's Maybe?
Yeah, that's his last name, Maybe.
He definitely used that kind of pun all the time.
You're just dating her because she has cable. I'm like, well, what happened is he was dating a girl and I never saw him. So I was just lonely. And I'm like, well, I'll go hang out with this chick. She has cable.
See?
That's funny.
The girls do it too. Dayton, Afton says, I dated a guy
There you
because he
go,
had a truck
Afton.
that will pull my horse trailer. See,
There you
these
go.
are Devin, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think a good one is like when we're like, well, when they're younger and whatnot, when they're working in certain shops, like a food shop, then hopefully you
free
get some food. Yeah.
There was a girl that I love, and I know she doesn't listen to the show. Lisa Williams from Marion Center always gave me a
Shout out.
McDonald's apple pies. Bubba, here's some extra apple pies. Here's a couple. Here's an extra Big Mac for you. And I'm like, yeah, you know. Or if you go to a bar and they give you a drink, you know. What do we get off tangent here?
What's that? Is that something? What's that? What's a hydroponic
It's
system? What's that?
basically you grow tomatoes in water. You just took it to the end.
You got it to a next level,
and I love it.
Is it a health thing? Like what is that?
Like a
So it's
farming
like
thing.
a tube, and you have tomatoes growing out of like a big like water.
That's
like you put
funny.
minerals and vitamins in a water system, and these
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, yeah.
tomatoes growing out of them.
To grow plants. Okay, sweet.
That guy.
Oh, he says something else. Afton says I would date a welder right now.
Okay, that's even better, Toddy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because a welder, if he knows what he's doing, he's probably got to weld a whole bunch of stuff. Probably needs her horse trailer welded, and then you know, because a welder's like $100 and some an hour, I think, probably. What do you think?
That's it. Yeah, they're growing other stuff than tomatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So, fellas, where you go, Shane?
Potatoes. How do you say potatoes? Potatoes?
Potatoes.
There you go. Oh, it's the same now. That word's the same.
Oh, that's the same. Tomatoes.
But we don't say we say, oh, it's tomatoes is like tomatoes.
Tomato and then potato.
What?
Right?
Potato.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the same.
Yeah. But tomato is different. He calls tomato.
Fences, your fence need work. Afton's farm is all jacked up.
She needs a manual labor guy.
Yeah.
You live closer, Afton. We'd fix your fence for you.
If you had a zero turn, I mow grass, but I like a good zero turn.
What's a zero turn?
You can just
it's a mower that you kind of control like this with the
and you think I have weird slang over here in fucking Australia.
Well, that's what it's called. I didn't give it. I mean, that's what they say. Zero turn lawnmower. Right.
Oh, well, okay. Here's on for you. I think we already said last time. What about the ones that cuts the corners? You know,
the weed whacker.
Yeah, we call that a whippersnipper.
A whippersnipper.
Shut up, what?
No, 100%. Yeah, we call it this. Hang on.
Mark, you just make this shit up.
No, I don't.
It's a whole it's like Klingon dictionary.
No, we don't. I did say we call it whippersnipper.
And that's your weed eater.
Yeah, like the edges, like with the thing that goes around real fast.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that on the box when you buy it? That's what it says.
I don't know if it's on the box or was this slang. Let me see. Nah, something else came up.
That's better than a weed whacker.
Maybe it is this slang. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Whippersnipper. Real name.
It's like a hair.
There's someone in Australia called Whippersnipper. There's like this chick's like a OnlyFans model called Whippersnipper or something.
Oh, I wonder why.
So, weed whacker? But yeah, that's what we call it. Do Australians call weed whackers whippersnippers? Oh, my bad. I spelled it wrong. It's like this. Like that, I think. Anyways, that's the Australian part of the show.
Oh, okay.
Whipper snipper.
This is the part of the show where your terminology messes up my Americanism, and I have no clue what you're talking about, and then I feel like I'm dyslexic about Australia.
That's why I call it. That's why I called you drunk at fucking 10 a.m. the other night.
It was in the afternoon. Everybody, I gotta tell you this story real quick. I was at work and I asked my supervisor, I go, can I take this call? It's my buddy from Australia. And they're looking at me like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, we do podcasts together, Steeler podcasts. And Mark's like, "Hey, Bubba!" And I had him on speaker. It was awesome because I had to ask my supervisor if I could do it, and it's never ever happened in that room before ever because I'm on a work release program right now. I'm not doing my job because I said something I shouldn't have said, and I'm under investigation.
Yeah, I was pretty cut. I had a few beverages walking home. I was trying to get home from the pub, and I was like, "Oh, Bubba's
too.
online. I'll give Bubba a call."
I'm always online. It's always there.
And you picked up. I was like, "Hey, mate."
Yeah, he's like, "God bless you. You picked up." I go, "Yeah, but you called. I didn't know if something was wrong or." It's not like I could get in my car and help him out.
Yeah, nothing was wrong. I just didn't know where I was. Just trying to walk home. Nah, I knew where I was.
It was
g'day MLV says Ross of the Giants. Yeah, MLV. I'm not too. She's sad, not still anymore. But I'm happy for him too. Like I'm not that sad. It wasn't like he was a franchise guy.
Well, MLV, who do you want as quarterback?
Yeah,
I'm sad. Who do you want as our quarterback? Are you happy with Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, definitely. Athen says he was Mark calling from the bottom pub. Nah, it wasn't the bottom pub. This one. This was the. This is a place called the Golfy. Guess what it is?
Golf
club.
It's a golf. It's a golf. It's a golf bar.
Yeah, it's just golf club.
Gotcha.
I don't even play golf there. I just go there for drinks.
That
was really good. Not Aaron. Ooh boy. Okay.
Oh, you live in Pittsburgh. Boy. Oh, sweet. We also live in Western Pennsylvania. Me and Shane, I'm about an hour away, and Shane's probably
half an hour.
Half an hour away from Pittsburgh. I'm an hour away. I live in Indiana, PA.
Yeah, it's a MLV. Make sure you check out. You're on my channel right now, Steel Nation Oz, but check out Steele's Dynasty podcast. These two fellas, Bubba and Shane, on their one too. Just type that into YouTube, will come up. Fellas, anything else you want to add? I think I'm pretty good with today. I think it was a bit of a shocking news for Wilson, but I know you guys got a show tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be potluck. No, we're doing a draft. We're doing a mock draft. We're going to do a mock draft live. Yeah, we're going to I know how to do it, and we're going to figure it out. And we're going to do one mock draft with no trades, and then one.
What site do you use?
I don't know. What's OnlyFans? Yeah. What? Yeah.
No. What we'll do to end the show?
Oh shit!
I don't know. I think it was NFL. I think it was NFL draft or something.
Well, to end the show, we'll do one here. We'll just simulate. We'll just see what Steelers have options at.
Yeah.
I don't even know the fucking players, mate. Mock draft.
No, I don't know them either. I have to. You got time to pick them out, and you just go for whoever's good, whoever's higher ranking. I have no idea. That's where we need Burns, but
Toth is the
JT Toth of Sports Rival, or the website that actually got.
Hey, you guys on that now? You still you do your first show?
Yeah, I gotta send him the podcast. I sent it last week, and something didn't work out right, but I just sent it before we go online. And actually, the website's actually very informative. If you're a Pirates, Penguins, and are Steeler fans, because it's based out of Pittsburgh, and they have a lot of people that write a lot of articles. Like they were doing a lot of drafts.
Bloody friggin' what's going on here on the sideline?
The fire.
All these ads.
That's how they get you.
All right. So, can I stop that or what?
Well, you can simulate. Well, that's a big word for me to say. Simulate.
So we're 21, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're 21.
So here's what happened because I just Cameron Ward went to. Wait a minute, have I started yet? No,
you didn't start yet. That's not. Those are the rankings of players.
Oh fuck! I need some time to look into this stuff. I've done nothing.
Okay.
I've done zero homework. How do I fucking start this thing? Here we go.
Hit start.
All right, Sanders.
Oh my god! You better hurry up.
No, this is going. I'm not trading up. I'm just waiting for it.
No. See who you pick. See who we get at 21. Boys,
all right. I don't want to bloody.
Don't trade.
Wait. I want to go back. How do I go back and see who they picked?
You'll see right there. That's the ranking. That's not a lot.
What? I can't see the.
You have all. So those are all the picks that you got right there. So
I can't see who the teams picked.
You've got to go back, but you have plenty of time. You have 15 minutes. So what position you want is the position that you click on.
Yeah, but like, Okay, I was trying to see like the round one.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. All right, we'll do it at the end. So it says here, Will Johnson, cornerback. No idea who that is. You guys know any of these names? See, this is I don't know who the fuck these guys' names are.
Keep going.
Yeah, that Johnson guy's pretty good, but I don't know.
He has a corner.
I don't want to get a corner in the first round.
Well,
it all depends on who you want. This is your draft, Mark. Who do you want? What position?
I want DL, man.
Oh, they took him already.
Who's the running back? Oh, I've been hearing good things about the Hampton guy, but is he too high to get him there?
No, he's 29th. He's probably there's probably 8 guys better than him.
What about quarterback? Next to that.
There's still plenty. Yeah, you're not taking a. Yeah, that Grant guy.
We'll get Rogers instead of Rogers.
Take Will Rogers. He's cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like worse than last year. You know what I mean?
Depends on who you want.
21 and see who's.
Wait a minute to do it. Can I do a sim? Can I simulate it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or would I draft? Is it doing it? No.
Just tells you who's available at that.
This site sucks.
What site is that?
Mock draft. Animal mock draft.
Yeah, we're gonna do one. We're gonna do 2 tomorrow because it's less than a month away, really.
Yeah, it's getting close. I got
we'll talk about quarterback stuff and then we'll go right in because it won't take that long.
Kenneth Grant is a good one.
He's gone already. He's gone out of that draft because the D line's gone.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Harmon.
What about this? Okay, it moves this part. Oh my goodness, this part moves to the scroll, and that part moves as well.
There's the edge, russer, but that's an edge. You want a interior lineman. Is that who you said, right?
Isn't that the receiver we want?
That's the receiver from a. Oh, you're gonna take a receiver? Oh wow!
Yeah, get them all in there.
Receiver. Okay, there they go. You're up. Well, you got one.
I don't even see like who the players are. Oh my goodness!
You just got to go to the positions that you want, and then you'll see the players.
Yeah, but like I want to see all the players.
Yeah,
round
so
one.
we're gonna get a receiver. That's good.
Oh, here we go. So they said Sanders went round 1 to the Titans, then Browns had another quarterback. 3 quarterbacks for this mock draft. Will Howard.
Wow.
And then DL was for Travis Hunter. He's a cornerback receiver.
Yep.
Genty was the Colts running back. Golden was a receiver. I don't know where that guy was.
Wait, Grant didn't go anywhere.
Oh, he's 13.
He went to the Dolphins. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I'm out of there. I can't do mock drafts. I fucking hate them. I don't know enough to do mock drafts.
That's okay. You got the receiver that everybody wanted. Everybody wants him.
Yeah. Do we need a receiver though? I think I'd rather go D line.
I'm telling you, we need a nose tackle. Like I need
tomorrow.
Yeah. Somebody that can hold up 2 guys and then let the inside linebackers just sweep up and let TJ and Highsmith
the stats I saw was pretty good, eh? When I watched last night, his highlights, it's pretty fun. Big dude up front, eh? Just messing with everyone.
That's what we
taking
need.
on 2 blockers and stuff like that.
Yep.
He was good.
That's what a nose tackle should do.
What is he?
Nose tackle should always Kenneth Grant. I think a nose tackle should take two positions. Take up 2 players every time, or chip one.
What's his stats? He's 100. I don't know about your guys. 153 kilos, almost 2 meters. I don't know what that is in pounds.
Oh, he's probably
big fella.
290 or something, or 300 or something.
340 pounds, maybe.
I seen him play against Ohio State when Michigan beat Ohio State.
That's a big dude. Hang on, what's 153 kilos? Because that's like, to me, that's a big dude. 2 pounds. You guys
300?
everything opposite. 337.
Yeah. That's a big dude.
That is a big dude.
That is a big dude.
Yeah, I want someone like that. I want someone on the deal like that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Especially if he moves like a cheetah. That's the guy. If he's there, we take him. If he's there. I don't know if
Grant is like a cheeseburger shy of 330. 310, I think they're listing them a little shy there, Mr. Nolan.
And the Steelers need that though. They need a big guy like that.
Yeah. Even if he drops 10 pounds of water weight in training camp, Shane, I'll go down to I'll take him to 320.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean go from 300 to 330 just by what buffet they hit that week. So.
Yeah, because like, how many centers is 300 pounds or over 300 pounds in the?
There's not very many centers.
There's not many. Like Frazier's not 300 pounds.
No, he's not.
So
I don't think he is. I think he's like 285,
6'3", 310. I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yep.
Wait a minute. To end the
show,
Gene,
I like that guy Gene got too.
Tyreek.
Yeah, Williams.
Fellas, I just saw, because I didn't know that Tomlin did a head nod last year versus the Jets with Rodgers. I thought it was a year before that.
He always does, I think. I think that's what he does.
Every time with Rodgers. Because I just saw it just in my Twitter that last year's game when the Steelers beat the Jets, yet again, Tomlin does the old nod.
He wants him back. I'm telling you, he's going to announce it at that Pat McAfee show.
You know it. Hey, guys, if you tuned in late, we talked about Pat Mac having Aaron Rodgers, April 9th, drop the big bombshell on Pat Mac's show.
That's less than 2 weeks. He's going to hold off for 2 weeks.
Yep.
I didn't eat bread for 6 months one time during Lent, so I mean, I'm good. I didn't have a beer either for 6 months one time.
Probably did you go? I wish I could do that. We eat bread every day.
I don't know if I can do it now, but I'm trying to train right, but it's hard. It's hard. But yeah,
that was kind of
he's coming. That's where he's going to do it, because that would be the most craziness and right in the city of Pittsburgh that night, and it'll make big news, and it'll be big news.
And it's hype too for the draft as well.
Yes,
a lot of hype. Mason Rudolph QB2. Aaron Rodgers gets signs his contract.
And then we have a because I just don't like the money that they're going to spend on Aaron Rodgers. I just don't like that. Like, how much is too much when you crap the bed in New York and you've got your one last of redemption? You know what I mean? Let me do 20 maybe or 18 million with, like, say 10 million guaranteed or something. Let me go out and try. He's not going to. I know it's crazy. Just go out and try to prove a point. Sometimes proving a point
for 30 in the making. This is going to be the end of his career. It's going to be the big bow, the big show. It's going to be everything you want.
Yeah, but he's not. Steelers can't afford him.
Don't worry about it.
I'll worry about it. I'm worried. Don't worry about it. They gotta. Hey, TJ, can you reconstruct your contract here to get Aaron Rodgers? Everybody's gonna have to do their money, and then, and I know if we're gonna get a running back at rookie rates. So last year's class and this year's class, you got them at rookie prices, but still, I don't know.
I got some more breaking news too. So there's some breaking news here with Frymouth, apparently, from Steelers Depot. Frymouth says he talked to Aaron Rodgers. I haven't read the article, but he talked to Aaron Rodgers too.
He's coming.
There you go.
What was that? Maybe you guys remember, or maybe the chat remembers, Aaron Rodgers. Who was his tight end in Green Bay? Did he use? I know it was Jordy Nelson he used a lot, but he wasn't a tight end.
Like for a long, long time. Was it Jones? Someone Jones?
I just got that too.
Wow, Shane.
Yeah, breaking news.
Aaron Rodgers, dog walker, and babysitter. Bethel Park. Sources say. Fucking heard it here, kids.
Oh, God. What was his? I don't know.
But he had good point. Yeah, Kelly's take 2 years to get 100%. So there's that. That's what Darwin Nolan was saying the other day.
Yeah,
Darwin thinks Aaron Rodgers 2 years, $45 million.
$45 million cap. That's too much. God, we'll have to sell all my Steelers stuff in my yard. That's a lot of money.
Rodgers will use Muth more than Russ ever did, and now Russ is with the Giants. So
yeah.
Yeah. All right, fellas, let's get out of here because that's a big show. Make sure you tune into Steelers Dynasty podcast tomorrow, 9 p.m. on your guys' channel. Type that into YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and don't worry about me or this channel, but go to their channel, subscribe to them.
Yeah, worry about your channel too. Everybody.
That's okay. That's all right.
folks. Mickey.
Everybody that's not subscribed to Steeler Nation Australia need to be, because Mark puts out a lot of content. Yeah, you do. You put out a lot of content, and we do too. So just join both of us. We're the only Steeler podcasters that actually are that will just do it for the love. We do it for the love of the game. We're not like some people that will get on these and try to
spreading rumors right after.
We don't know any. I don't know any rumors.
Mark, you're a liar. I do it for the bitches.
Yeah.
I could do it for the. You know what though? I could do it for the Dairy Queen Blizzards. I could do it for the Blizzards, but ice cream is a little too much.
You want what's that place sponsor? What does the Blizzard over there?
Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen.
Yeah, Dairy Queen. They're gonna sponsor
Dairy
you.
Queen. Yeah, I got the app. I bought the app yesterday. You get 85 cents for a small one. But I really don't need one. I'm trying to lose weight. You know, devil list weights. Yeah. You know what I mean? I got to get like that too.
So check out you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. right? Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern time.
They might sign Aaron Rodgers tomorrow. Or it could be April 9th.
It's not going to happen. I don't know when the 9th is of April. That'll be the day to happen.
I can figure it out. Hang on a minute.
If it's a Wednesday night.
It's going to be your Wednesday, my Thursday.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Because if he signs it, I'm going live right there and now.
That'll be live Wednesday night.
We're going to be live Wednesday night, yeah.
Because his show will be like 8 o'clock probably in Pittsburgh, and
it's only like an hour and a half.
Yeah, so your Wednesday, April 9th.
It'd be done by, or getting ready to be done at 9 o'clock. So if the 9th is a Wednesday, by that show we have live, we'll know if Aaron is signed or not.
Put Mickey's comment up. I want to talk about that. That's it. That's what we need. That's what the Steelers need with Aaron Rodgers. If he can deliver that, then everyone that's sitting there bitching and moaning about him being
a playoff game. He's got to win a playoff game. That's all. Get us to the playoffs and win a playoff game. Yeah, that's all. That's it.
3 more games.
And when he beat Cincinnati twice with that $300 million offense they have and their that $1.99, $1.99 defense they got. Oh, I can't wait.
I got to bring this up to end the show. This one more photo I got to bring up because this photo is just like our season right now in 2025. It is Fields and Russell Wilson in the background, like Rodgers hugging Mike Tomlin, and now Russell Wilson is a Giant and Justin Fields is a Jet.
Is that a true picture or is that Photoshop?
Yeah, 100%. That was last year when we beat the Jets.
You know he's talking. He's like.
It looks like Russell Wilson wants to cut into their slow.
Wow, man. Yeah. Tomlin's like, hey, man, just hold up. I'm going to get rid of these 2 quarterbacks behind me. We're going to free it up for next year. I'll give you a call. I'm going to call you. He's whistling sweet nothings in his ear.
I don't know.
Rodgers,
fellas,
that is.
It looks like it's going to happen. It looks like that Rodgers is going to come. He's going to be here in 2025.
I'm not buying a jersey.
Thank you, Bubba. Let's check him out tomorrow at 9 p.m. Thank you, Shane. Thank you, me. Thank you. Thank you, everyone in the chat. You guys have been awesome. Thank you to Joey, too, for the couple of dollars here and there.
Thanks, Joey.
The $1.99.
I seen a whole bunch of new people in your chat, too, so thanks for coming on,
good,
people.
It's good time, bro. It's good fun.
Every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, the 3 of us are on. Every Tuesday.
Except when my daylight saving goes away, it's gonna be my 9 a.m. Sometimes I get up even earlier.
Oh, I didn't know you had daylight saving times over there. So,
yeah, it goes away soon. It goes back. When it goes backwards, then it's like my 9 a.m.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you want to do.
100%. Alrighty. So, good show. That's it, fellas. With this.
That's so. Funny.
It's gonna happen, Shane. Shane was gonna be right. Shane wants chaos.
Shane wants him. He
wants chaos and Rodgers signing.
Yep. It's good podcast views.
Stir in the pot. Should be fun. All right, let's get out of here. I'll see you later. And let's play this one. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'll see you guys later. Left the light on. See you later.